Hey, Steve Gamache here with another Chef Knives to Go quick look product review, and we are checking out the Kato Nashiji Suminagashi Gyuto 240mm knife. So this is produced by Yoshimi Kato, who took over for his father, so he's running the shop now. The Mark sent me 5 different knives from this line, and as I'll say I said in the other 4 videos, I've seen a lot of consistency from model to model on fit and finish. Smithing, grinds, edge profile, handle installs, consistency. So edge profile cleanness, sharpness. So that says a whole lot when I get 5 knives from the same line and they're all really well executed. That's really good to see. So from a consistency standpoint. So we've got core steel on this at VG-10, full stainless steel, around 61, maybe 62 Rockwell on the core steel. And as you can probably see, you've got a multi-layered soft stainless cladding on either side. The Suminagashi refers to this layered look. It stands for kind of a paper layers. You could also call it Damascus if you wanted to. So when you hit the grind, you see the layers of the cladding. They've used an acid etch to bring those out and make them pop. You got the core steel, and then you got the actual shiny edge bevel. The finish on the sides of the blade is what's called Nashiji, which is a modeled kind of pear skin type finish. And they left enough hammer marks here and there, just a little bit of the blacksmith's work there. They haven't ground all that out and smoothed it out. So you get a lot of nice character to this, and just kind of a refined rustic appeal to it. These are all really neat looking blades with some class but with some character at the same time. You've got really crisp hand chisel kanji, just a really nice look. So let's get back to the weights and dimensions, which will vary a little bit from knife to knife as they are handmade. This one is 204 grams or 7.2 ounces, so it's got some heft to it. The edge length is right on 240 on the money, about 9.45 inches. Overall length about 395 millimeters or 15.5 inches. The spine thickness on this particular one, and these all have been fairly consistent between some of these, so it's about 3.1 millimeters coming out of the handle above the heel or the chin here of the blade. About halfway down I measured it, it was about 2.4, and then it doesn't thin down a ton after that, but starts to get a little bit thinner, but really when you hit the grind here is where it kind of starts getting thin at the tip. The blade height is 51.5, so it's pretty tall. And then all the handles have been very, very well done. There are octagonal ambidextrous with black packawood ferrule and rosewood main handle, and they've got a little bit of relief on those corners of the facets. It's very, very comfortable, tight, clean finish, nice install, very well done. Circumference is about 3 inches or 76 millimeters where the ferrule meets the wood or the main part of the handle. And you've got their kind of trademark Kato curve here for the choil into a fairly narrow neck. So you got lots and lots and lots of clearance here, lots of room here for a pinch grip. Balance point on this one, it's a fairly stout blade with some stiffness to it. This is a mass, so there's my balance point. And I'm glad they didn't put a Howood handle on there because that'd be really bring the balance point forward since that's even lighter. But there you go. So for me, that's a little bit in front of my pinch grip. What that does is give you a weight forward balance feel to it and a lot of chopping power. So this one, performance-wise, lags a little behind the 210. I found the 210 to actually be my favorite pure performer out of the 5 I tried. And this one's not too far behind it, but it trades off a little bit of performance for some mass and some chopping power. Not quite as svelte at the tip as the 210, definitely. And the 210 just kind of flows through stuff just a little better, but that's pretty common when you compare, 210s and 240s from the same line. You've got a nice fit and finish on it, a slight relief on the spine. Corners, some people might want a little bit more. The choil's really smooth and well done, very comfy. Good 6 out of 10 out of the box edge on it. Really consistent profiles on these, no hiccups, no bumps, dips. Grinds look pretty clean on all 5 knives I've seen, which again is excellent. Here's what the profile looks like. Butter smooth. They all step into a stop at the heel, and you have a flat section. The longer the knife, the bigger the flat section. So this being a 240, you got a pretty good sized flat section there. A few, maybe 4 inches of flat sections on there. 3.5 or so. But anyway, pretty decent sized heel flat. And it flows into that pretty nicely. It does hit a stop, but it's not like a jarring stop. So it's a pretty smooth flow. That's not easy to do with the profile. So front tip, you can get pretty darn high with it. Different knives can be a little different, so your model might be slightly different than this, but that's what this one looks like. So it'll flow nice for rocking, chopping, glide cuts, push-pull. Pretty doggone versatile profile. So pretty impressed with this line of knives. A lot of different models to choose from. All 5 that I've seen have been very, very consistent and very well done, so that's impressive. So, oops, forgot that side gives me a lot of glare, so we'll go back to this side. So there we have the Kato Nashiji Suminagashi VG-10 Gyuto 240mm knife.